The trial of Derek Chauvin got underway today. He's the former Minneapolis police officer accused of murdering George Floyd last May.
The 19-year veteran has pleaded not guilty to murder and manslaughter charges. Prosecutors wasted no time today playing a video of Chauvin arresting Floyd, kneeling on his neck for more than 9 minutes.
The defense argued the fentanyl found in Floyd's system, along with his underlying health conditions, contributed to his death.
Before proceedings began, members of Floyd's family, their attorneys and supporters took a knee. The length of time Chauvin's knee was on Floyd's neck.
Mr. Camaro, you will hear, described Mr. Floyd as drunk and that he could not control himself.
This murder case is not hard when you watch that torture video of George.
And we know that what they need.
Back here at home, a local Black Lives Matter group gathered with mental health counselors and the public to watch the first day of the trial. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni joins us now live in studio with their reaction to today's proceedings. Anita?
Hi, Mike. Thank you. The Rhode Island Black Lives Matter Political Action Committee held a virtual community watch of the trial to start a discussion of what transpired in court and to speak more generally about George Floyd's killing that ignited a racial reckoning last year. Many are following the live stream trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, accused of killing George Floyd 10 months ago. That includes a group here in Rhode Island. A local Black Lives Matter group held a virtual gathering Monday, being called the Justice for George Trial Watch.
This trial, for the first time in a very long time, is almost is a meeting point between, the justice system and, the public's faith in it.
During opening statements of the trial, the video showing Chauvin kneeling on Floyd's neck for more than 8 minutes was played for the jury. 12 News law enforcement analyst Colonel Stephen O'Donnell explained the way Floyd was restrained is not how police officers are trained in use of force.
He's not resisting them. There's no reason to use any force. And if he's non-responsive, it's even more reason to get him some help.
O'Donnell, who is the former superintendent of the Rhode Island State Police, said local police should be prepared for any potential protests that happen during and after the trial. It's expected to last about 4 weeks.
This is yet another moment in which it's a make or break moment for the American justice system.
And again, Chauvin pleaded not guilty to murder and manslaughter charges. Now, the Rhode Island Black Lives Matter group, joined by mental health counselors, is continuing their virtual gathering as the trial continues. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
The trial is underway of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer charged with the murder of George Floyd. It's drawing attention across the country, including here in Rhode Island. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni tells us how a local Black Lives Matter group is watching the trial closely. Anita?
Shannon, the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is being live streamed, and watching along is Rhode Island Black Lives Matter group, who discussed simultaneously what transpired in court in the moments that followed Floyd's killing. As the trial for the former police officer accused of killing George Floyd last year continues in its first day, the Rhode Island Black Lives Matter Political Action Committee is holding what's being called a Justice for George Trial Watch. The group and mental health counselors from across the country are weighing in on the trial and the charges Chauvin pleaded not guilty to.
This person murdered someone on camera as a police officer and isn't facing charges that, I believe that is, should come down.
Chauvin is charged with second and third degree murder and manslaughter. There are crowds gathering outside of the courthouse, and there is the potential for more protests after trial, says 12 News law enforcement analyst Stephen O'Donnell.
Law enforcement have to be prepared for whatever the results are, whatever may happen here.
Opening statements were read Monday morning, and the first few witnesses took the stand. The trial is expected to last about 4 weeks.
If the correct decision is not handed down, then we are going to have serious problems trusting, the justice system as a whole, as a people, black or white.
Now, the first day of the trial ended a short time ago and will resume tomorrow. We will have it broadcasted live in its entirety. We have a link to that on our website at WPRI.com. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.